What's up? What's up, everyone? My name is Steph, and welcome to the Crypto Wolfpack Show. So, a very, very difficult week for us indeed. We saw some carnage, and I'm going to show you why this actually got me very excited. So, let's get into it. No more wasting time. As you can see here, we've got Bitcoin monthly returns. And what we can see is Bitcoin had its second worst February in history. So it's very out of the norm for us to see such a horrible February indeed. And we're actually down in the quarter, which is another thing quite unusual for 1 year after the Bitcoin halving. But guys, don't fear. I want to focus your attention on, shout out to Raul Paul, and he does an amazing job doing the macro investor. But this chart shows you exactly what's happening. The global money supply is moving up, and Bitcoin is lagging. And Bitcoin has always moved very in conjunction with this global money supply. So this tells me, I don't want to say it, but it looks like pure manipulation. So this Bitcoin market has been manipulated down, and we're in for a bounce pretty soon, if not in the next few weeks. Definitely in March, we're going to see a bounce. I'm almost certain about it. So if we go to the charts, I'm going to show you guys something. Let's go to the Bitcoin. If we go to the daily, guys, I want to this over underneath here is the fear and greed index. And every time we've got into this extreme fear area, it was always been fantastic buys. And that's where we are now. And that's why I've loaded up. I loaded up right there, but I would have liked to have for it to go down slightly more because I've got some pending buy orders there. But nonetheless, if you don't go down there, I won't be disappointed. I'm already scooped up some more Bitcoin in a very, very good area. And I just want to point your attention. So last time that Bitcoin went down to this, the crypto fear index went down to this area was right over here in August 24th. And as we can see, that was a phenomenal buying place in the market, and we saw a huge rally. We can even go back right there. We got pretty low as well, not quite into the green area, but you can see right there was a very good buying opportunity as well. And obviously there in the bear market was all throughout that area was very, very good buying opportunities. And you can even use this for periods when to take profit. So if you look here, scroll in, right there, that almost called the top to the point, right there. So if you get into these levels of 89, 90 on the extreme greed side, it's time to take profit. So even right here, when we got there, once again, we got to this one, we actually went all the way to 95. Didn't quite call the top, but round about in the top area, that would have gotten you out of the market and say, it's time to take profit. And what was interesting here is, we even had various divergence on the extreme greed, fear and greed indicator. So in my opinion, this is a fantastic time to load up, not just on Bitcoin. I took a very sneaky buy on Solana. To show you the buy, a little bit in negative, but the same thing, the same scenario here, guys. When fear and greed, when extreme fear came in, it was fantastic times to scoop up Solana. And right, I mean, there's a lot of FUD. People are FUDing the shit out of Solana, but I think the Phoenix will rise again, and we're going to see the two almost $300 level again sooner than later. So I scooped up some Solana. Yes, we are below the 200, which is a little bit dodgy, but we're very, very far from the 21. And as we know, we normally bounce back up if we're below the 21. So I scooped up some Solana, and I think it's going to be a big buy that will play off in the future. Let's quickly go. Guys, I didn't take a lot of trades this week, and there was a reason for it. When the market is so iffy, it's just better just to stay out of the market and not wreck yourself further than what you already are. So let's quickly jump in and just show you guys what we are in. I think we are, like I said, we took some nibbles on BTC. We're still in those trades. I took a nibble down here, and I took even the second position around about this area. And once we cross the 1 hour 200, I will probably take another position. So I'm building quite a large position in Bitcoin. And this is how I build positions. And it's really worked out in my favor. When we get to extreme low areas like this, I start to build positions. So how will I start to do that? Well, I start by, if we cross the day back above the daily average, I scoot up. I actually scoot a little bit below that area. Then you can go to the 5. Okay, the 5-200 is not on here, but over here we cross the 5-minute 200. I added to the position, and so I would go on. Yeah, we crossed the 15-minute 200. I added to the position, and it all gave us buying flags to tell me that it's safe to scoop up some BTC in this area. So right now I'm waiting for this 200, for this to move up slightly, and then I'll add to the position. And my last add, where I will add to the position if we close above the 4 hours. So I'm building quite a large position, leverage, of course. Yeah, I did scoop up some spot BTC as well for my long-term bag. My long-term bag is 80% of my portfolio, and I'm so glad that I did that. A month and a half ago, I decided to de-risk most of my altcoins, and I threw it into Bitcoin, and then I just had 20% in cash to take swing trades here and there, or short-term trades here and there. And I'm so glad I did that, guys. If I did not do that, I would be so wrecked beyond belief. So you really have to know when to de-risk and know when to start risking again. And the problem is people go about this completely the opposite, which they should be going about it. So when we get into this low territory on the crypto fear greed index, it's really time to start going into risk mode again. And this is normally when people start becoming fearful, and then only do they de-risk. But then it's already too late to de-risk. You're already completely wrecked. And you might as well just be better off just keeping what you've got. So, and this is the other scenario over here. When the fear and greed index get into very greedy territory, people start to get risky. And that's the last thing you should be doing. When your crypto fear and greed index is at the top, and extreme greed and extreme greed, it's not time to get risky, guys. It's time to fucking de-risk. And I right over here, it told us here in Jan, it told us start to de-risk. And that's more or less the time that I started to de-risk. And I'm really glad I did. Because as we've seen with a lot of altcoins, we had some 50 to 60% drawdowns. And you would have been completely freaking wrecked if you didn't de-risk. So I'm glad I did that. And guys, if you want good guidance like that, my trading group's always open. So let's quickly go to the other stuff we were looking at. Say it pulled back a little bit more than we intended to, but I still think Say could be a very good buying opportunity. Right there was a fantastic buying opportunity. We are right here by the 4-hour 200, which is what we are currently rejecting from. So next few days, I'll keep an eye on this. I would like some confirmation that we can get above that 4-hour. Then I would be more comfortable to take this trade. And I mean, if we just go back to these levels, that's quite a nice 122%. Then deep, I'm still very, 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 very bullish on deep. We closed the trade right over there, but we might start to get into this trade sooner or later. Right now, we are breaking this trend line, but sometimes it's not enough to break a trend line to give you confirmation to enter the trade. I want to see a reversal pattern. So if we get the inverted head and shoulders over here, I will definitely consider getting back into deep. But until then, I'm not doing jack shit. This can easily just fall down like that again and come back into the correction, and then we'll have to draw this trend line correction line. So that's deep. INJ. We didn't get into this trade, as you can remember, because we were very close to the 4-hour 200, and it was a good decision not to get into the trade. So we can still keep track of this. We are at a very nice long-term support zone, high volume nodes, and we could still see a very nice bounce from here. So INJ is still worth keeping on the radar. I think Lido we can definitely take off. We didn't get into this trade, luckily. Good thing we didn't. Faye didn't do much this week, and glad we didn't get into this either. It didn't really give us any buying opportunity. Matus, unfortunately, Matus also, we were maybe considering the buy over here. But we never got to buy, unfortunately. And this is a very, very strong high volume support area. And if we can stay above this and get above these main 200s, then we can see a very nice move to the top. But right now, not much to do. We're actually just going in a huge sideways move over here. In a diagonal. Actually, you know what? I actually do like this area to get into the trade. And I'll tell you why. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches of this area, and we didn't break down. So if we go down to the lower time frame, let's just clean it up a bit. Okay, this is what I don't want to see. Normally, I don't really like it if the correction is slightly sloping up. Normally, it states that on your RSI, you can get bearish divergence and just fall down. So let's track this. Let's keep it on our watch list. If this breaks out and does a little SR flip in this area over here, I'll definitely consider entering. So we're waiting for that. Nothing to do there yet. Then Sui, if we kept this trade, we would have actually almost been back at break even, but it doesn't help about could have, would have, should have. We closed the trade and we did took a small loss there at 9%. Let's put these moving averages back, and we're just getting slightly above the daily 200. Very good sign. And Sui, I think, if we go to the higher time frame, I think Sui, if I look at this market structure, guys, I think it's going to do something like this. It's going to bounce, but there's always that possibility that in this top area, we can come back down again, come and retest that level again, and then only go to form this bigger correction over here. So that's definitely in the on the cards if I look at the structure that it's forming. So will this trade be worth it? 70%, 4.2% risk to reward. Yes, the trade would be worth it, but I would just try and get an entry here at this area somewhere, and must stay above the 200 daily and just trade it up to this area over here, the top area. Now let's mark this out. We want to trade it roughly, let's widen the area. And from this area to there, we want to trade this area. The other thing that have gotten me slightly wary as well is we haven't filled this high volume area node, and there's always that possibility that we stay below the 200 and dip back down to this box area and then only go back up to this area. If that is the scenario, it would actually be better for us because we will get a better risk to reward trade. That would be much better. So a lot of people won't want to hear this, but I would really love for Sui to dip down even more. Will we get it? We'll have to see. But we'll keep on tracking Sui, and I'll keep the trading group up to date when I do take this trade. BitGet, as you can remember, we got into a long-term buy here, still in profit, and this is starting to look good. I think we can maybe not go all the way down to there, maybe also just to the top area over there. So there is some slight trading opportunities for the medium term that we can look at. Bearer chain actually held very strong. We took a punt over here. We're still in profit on that. We knew we weren't going to get that down move that we want back to this level over here. And we got in. This can be moved to break even, and we'll see how that progresses. Target is still up here. Velo just below our break even. Most people don't have the patience to keep a trade when it does that, but that's actually when you should be keeping the trade, because the longer the correction, the more explosive the move will be when it breaks out. So I'm still very bullish on Velo, and we'll just keep our eye on Velo. Then guys, most of our long-term top 30 has been stopped out. Our Ethereum has been stopped out for break even. XRP, we protected the purse. That's why we moved it to break even. You can always look to get back into the trade when it does give us a setup to get back into the trade. XRP, we're still in it. Didn't quite stop us out for break even. ADA, still in ADA. Still in BTC. Still in Litecoin. If we're not in anymore. Timecoin, also, we actually might just close this trade for a small loss. No use taking a bigger loss. So Timecoin, we're going to close this trade for a very small loss. But these Litecoin is still holding very, very nice gains. Very proud of Litecoin. So that's it for now, guys. I just wanted to check. Normally, March, the last few years have been very good. So a possibility that we can get a very nice March. The average is a 12%. We need more than a 12% to get us back into positive Q1. Okay, 12% will actually do the job and just get us back into positive for Q1. So last month for Q1, and I think we definitely, from a probabilistic approach, we'll definitely get back into green for Q1. So what's my scenario? I think March, we get a minimum of between a 15 and 20% bounce. That's my prediction. If we looked at past manipulation areas, bounces. So that's it for now, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll catch you again tomorrow for just a quick update. Cheers for now.